What's up guys, Dan here, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to invest in real estate while still working a full-time job. Now, right before we get into this video guys, this is all personal experience, first-hand accounts, as in the last 2 years, I've built up 9 units of rental real estate and was able to complete now on my 9th flip. All while working a full-time job, 40 to 50 hours a week until just about a month ago at the time of this recording. So let's get right into it. Guys, real quick, thank you to my partner on this video, Rent Redi rental management software. Guys, if you want to get an awesome rental management software that I personally use to help me run my 9 units of rental real estate, you need to check out Rent Redi. And right now, if you use my code and click on my link, you're going to get 6 months of membership for only $1. Go ahead and check that out in the link below, and let's get right into the video. Okay, so there's a few big, excuses for why people don't get into real estate or investing, especially into real estate, which is probably, one of the more active forms of investing, at least in the manner that I do, which is as an active investor. There's tons of other ways to do it, like as a passive limited partner in real estate deals like syndications and funds and things like that. But how I've done it, which is actively, going out and purchasing property, looking at deals, managing them myself, doing all the dirty work and the hard work of acquiring rental properties and flipping and things like that. And, by no means have I been doing it all by myself, but it's definitely been a semi-active business. So how have I been able to do that with a very demanding, 8 to 5 job that has me working, 40 to 50 hours a week, every single week, taking up a lot of mental energy, a lot of focus, and a lot of creativity every single day, and still able to go and work on real estate and do that kind of stuff after hours, and still have been able to acquire a good amount of rentals that right now have put me in a position where I'm, financially free in the terms that, my living expenses every month are covered by the passive income from my rental properties. So most people would say, hey, I don't have enough time for real estate. I don't have enough time for investing. I've got a full-time job. I've got other obligations. I've got kids. I've got a family. I've got all sorts of things like that. Now, while I personally don't have a family or a wife, I do have a girlfriend and stuff like that. But really what it boils down to is, what your priorities are and what you're committed to. And, what I found with investing or anything else in my life, like if I make it a priority, like I'm going to find time to do it. If I set out a goal and I'm really serious about it, I'm going to set out to do it. And the same thing for me with real estate. Like I had a really good, full-time job. I was making good money, but I really wanted to, I knew that I wanted to, investing was going to be my ultimate way to financial freedom, and that I was going to have to learn the business one way or the other and make time to do that, because the rat race will never end. You'll never need to, and there's nothing wrong with working in a job. In fact, I'd recommend it. Just starting out working for somebody, it's a lot easier to get into investing when you have a job, especially property, because you have that 40-hour W-2 income. And honestly, if you're just starting out getting your first few rentals, it is far, far easier to do that while working for somebody else. And it's the perfect stepping off point. Even if you don't want to ever not have a job, then I would still recommend having a job while you get into real estate, because, until you get a few properties, maybe 10 properties, or unless you have, you're paying all cash for them, they're really not going to produce enough income to change your life. And so, you're probably, you need to start working to invest to where you can, have enough income to pay for your stuff for probably a few years in advance. It's going to take you probably a few years to get to the point where you can comfortably step away from your job if you want. Guys, if you're liking the video so far, go ahead and hit the like button down below. It helps me a ton. Now, the first thing that I did to do this is just really made it a priority and committed to acquiring my first property. Now, I had a lot of stuff going on. You got to really make a choice. There's a lot of distractions, whether it be your friends, going out, playing video games. You might have to sacrifice spending some time with your family. You may have to sacrifice some of those fun things that you're doing that are taking up a lot of your time and your money, and really more importantly, your time, because that is really, you don't necessarily need money to make money in real estate and get involved in investing, but you do need to have some time and focus to put towards that on a consistent basis, so that you're you're taking steps forward to getting that first deal or getting the next deal, right? Like a lot of bigger pockets and things like that, like a lot of the books that you read, to get started, like they're only asking you to do one deal a year. And if you just do that for say 10 years, you can very reasonably, if you buy the right deals, you'll probably be in a position where you'll have enough cash flow to live off that cash flow. Now for me, I did it extremely fast relatively. I would say that I was at a point where I could do that probably 14 months after I started real estate investing. I had a little bit of money going into it. But when I really plunged, I went hard, and it's exponentially grown from there. So if there's one takeaway from this video, I would say you're going to need to really make it a priority, and you're probably going to have to make sacrifices in your life that are going to hurt in the short term, and to then put that focus towards real estate investing. And you're going to have to really take that time out and really start socking aside money, or socking aside strategies and time, effort, energy to go look at properties, get educated, read books. And do that, and start looking at a deal, start going, contacting realtors, loan officers, insurance brokers, everybody that you're going to need. You're going to have to, a lot of everything with real estate is a lot of relationships, and it's a lot of preparing in advance, because the thing about it is, like, to actually, like, finding a deal is one thing, but being able to actually execute on a deal and perform and know what a good deal looks like, and being able to take action when that opportunity comes up, because real good deals, they don't last long, because there's a lot of other guys out there that are looking at the exact same things you are, whether it be the MLS or the market or Facebook groups or things like that. And when all those guys are looking there too, and if they see it's a good deal, they're already going to have those resources in place. So you have to have them in place too. Real estate's one of those things where people that get lucky have a lot of things positioned in advance before they need to take action to actually take that action. So that's what you need to be working on whilst working your job. I know tons of guys. I've got a friend that he's working 40 to 50 hours a week as a lineman. He's got a wife, he's got a little baby boy, and he's been able to work on wholesaling and buying properties while that's all going on. We've gone and shown houses he's been carrying and watching his son while he works, while we go through a house. He's a super great guy, but he's prioritized investing and prioritized his financial future. Even with a wife and kids and all the excuses that one would have, he's going and rodeoing on the weekends and stuff like that. It's like he's able to do some stuff, but he's still making it a big priority to consistently look for deals, wholesale, and buy rental properties all at the same time. So I would really just encourage you, make it a priority. Read some books, get educated, and start taking action as soon as possible. Start saving money, start making the relationships you need, and get after it. And just a reminder, if you already have a job and some rental properties and you need a better way to save some more time, go ahead and check out Rent Redi rental management software down below this video, guys. It's going to save you a ton of time every single month collecting rent and things like that, and you can get 6 months for just $1. It's a no-brainer. Go check it out below. Guys, if you like that video, hit the like button down below, subscribe for more, and this is Dan Cohan. I will see you in the next chapter.